Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video, we are going to learn how to create Zoho CRM records on Cognito Forms submission. So here I've created a form using Cognito Forms, and in this case I want whenever a new form submission is made, automatically using that detail, a new record should be created in my Zoho CRM account. So to automate this process, we are going to use an automation software named as Pabbly Connect, in which we need to connect our trigger and our action. So in this process, our trigger application will be Cognito Forms and our action application will be Zoho CRM. So to learn this process step by step, let me take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. So here you can see the form which I've created using Cognito Forms, and in this case I want whenever a new form submission is made in my Cognito form, automatically using that detail, a new record should be created in my Zoho CRM account. So here to build this connection, I need to connect my Cognito Forms with Zoho CRM, and to build this connection I'm going to use an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. This is the homepage of Pabbly Connect. You can visit this page by simply browsing for the URL pabbly.com/connect. Here you can see two options that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get free 100 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. Now after signing in, here you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to integrate my applications, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, and here to build my connection, I need to create a workflow, and for that I'm going to click on this create workflow button that is given on the top right corner. Now here in this create workflow dialog box, I have to give a name to my workflow. So here I'm going to give the name as create Zoho CRM record on Cognito Forms submission. And here I'm going to select my folder as automations. You can select your folder as per your need. Also you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this create button. Now here in this workflow window, you can see we have successfully created a workflow with the name Create Zoho CRM Record on Cognito Forms Submission. And here you can see two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action, where trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means action is a response towards a trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin with our automation by simply setting up a trigger. Now here I'm going to select my trigger application as Cognito Forms and my trigger event as new entry. And here you can see we have received a webhook URL. That means we will use this webhook URL to connect our Cognito Forms with Pabbly Connect. So here, following the instructions given below, here I've already logged in my Cognito Forms account. And here you can see the two forms which I've created for my use. So here in this case, I'm going to use the form which is named as lead form. So here I'm going to click on this form. And here under form settings, I'm going to select post JSON data to our website. And here you can see it is asking me for a submit entry endpoint. So here in this field, we are going to enter our webhook URL. And for that, let me take you back to my Pabbly window. So here I'm going to copy this webhook URL. Moving back to Cognito Forms. And here I'm going to enter my webhook URL. Now after entering the webhook URL, make sure to turn on this button. Now moving back. And now here after entering the webhook URL, here I'm going to click on the save to save my form. And after that, I'm going to click on this publish. And here you can see we have successfully published our form. So now let's go back to our Pabbly window. And here you can see as it is waiting for webhook response. That means here to receive a webhook response, we need to do a test submission. And to do a test submission, we need to generate a test response in our Cognito Forms. And for that, let me take you back to my form. So this is my form, and here I'm going to enter dummy data and do a test submission. So here for the first name, I'm going to enter the name as dummy, last name as user, email as dummy@pabblytudes.com, and a random phone number. And now I'm going to click on this submit. And here you can see it says your response has been recorded. So now let's go and check our Pabbly window. And here you can see we have successfully captured a response where we have received the first name, last name, phone number, form name, email and other details. So with this, we have successfully set up our trigger. Now let's move to action step. And here I'm going to select my action application as Zoho CRM. And my action event as insert or update a record, so that whenever a new entry is made in my Cognito form, automatically using that detail, a new record should be created in my Zoho CRM account. And now to connect my Zoho CRM with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Zoho CRM account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this connect with Zoho CRM. Now here it is asking me to enter my domain. So here to know my domain, let me take you back to my Zoho CRM account. And here in the URL, you can see my domain is zoho.com. So moving back to Pabbly window. And here I'm going to enter my domain as zoho.com. So here I've entered my domain and now I'm going to click on this save. Here I'm going to give access to Pabbly as your data is secured with Pabbly. Authorization successful. So here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and now here it is asking me to select the module name. So for that, let me take you back to my Zoho CRM account. And here you can see I want my new record should be created in my leads module. So moving back to Pabbly window, and here for the module name I'm going to select leads. You can select your module name as per your need. And now here for the layout I'm going to select standard. Moving forward, here this pipeline name, duplicate check fields, record image lead owner and some other fields are not a required field. So here I'm going to leave them blank. So moving forward, and now here it is asking for first name and last name. So here instead of entering these details manually, here I will map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I will map the data from the response I have received in my Cognito Forms. Mapping makes our text dynamic so that whenever a new form submission is made in my Cognito Forms, automatically this previously existing details will be updated with the new one. So here I'm going to map the first name. Here I'm going to map the last name. Moving forward, here I'm going to leave this designation blank. Here I'm going to map the email. And lastly, here I'm going to map the phone number. Moving forward, and here you can see it is asking for other fields that are not a required field. So here I'm going to ignore these fields, but you can add your details as per your need. So moving forward, and now here after entering all the required data, here I'm going to click on the save and send test request. And here you can see we have received a successful response. So now let's go and check our Zoho CRM account. Here I'm going to refresh my window. And here you can see we have successfully created a new lead with the name dummy user and email as dummy@pabblytunes.com. So with this, I have successfully set up my automation. Now let's test my automation to check whether it is working or not. So to test my automation, I need to generate another test response in my Cognito form. And for that, let me take you back to my form. Here I'm going to refresh this window. And here I'm going to enter another dummy data and do a test submission. So here for the first name, I'm going to enter the name as test, last name as user, email as test@pabblytunes.com, a random phone number. And now after entering all these details, here I'm going to click on this submit. And here you can see it says your response has been recorded. So now let's go and check our Zoho CRM account. Again, here I'm going to refresh this window. And here you can see I have successfully created a new record with the name test user and email is test@pabblytunes.com. So with this, I have successfully tested my automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have taken our trigger as Cognito Forms and our action as Zoho CRM, so that whenever a new entry is made in our Cognito Forms, automatically using that details, a new record should be created in our Zoho CRM account. If you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubt, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can contact us on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can contact us on www.pabbly.com. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.